Hey YouTubers, it's Valerie with Money Mindset Coach, and today I am going to talk about how much is enough. I think we all struggle with that at times. I know I do. And the other day I was actually in my kitchen and I saw this soup mug. Gratitude makes what we have enough. I bought that at my store where I work, and I bought it because I liked the look of it. I liked everything about it, but the reason that I bought it is because I liked what it said. Gratitude is everything. It is everything. And I gotta tell you, I already did this video once, and then when I went to look at it, there was no sound. So it's like, oh, I'm having to do it again. So anyway, maybe because this is my second time doing it, maybe it'll be better. I hope. But enough is different for everyone, but at its core, it means having what you need to be secure, content, and fulfilled. And really, when you think about it, doesn't everybody want to feel secure, content, and fulfilled? That's the best thing in life, is to feel those three things. Without excess that adds stress or clutter, here are some ways to define what having enough really is. Number one, financially enough. Can you cover your basic expenses? Housing, food, healthcare, transportation, etc. Can you cover those things with the money that comes in every month? Do you have a cushion for unexpected expenses? Yes to number one, yes to this one. Are you able to enjoy small pleasures without guilt or stress? I think in this, they're talking about things that cost money. If I want to go to the movies, if I want to, those kind of small things, going out to eat, yeah, I can do that. But there are plenty of things that I do that don't cost anything and are wonderful. I mean, now that it's getting warmer out, it's not quite warm enough in the morning, but, as we get farther into the season, a simple pleasure for me is the morning, getting my coffee and going on my deck and reading a book. Right now I'm getting in bed. I'm getting back in bed and reading my book in the morning, but just sitting reading a book, whether I read it in bed, if I read it in the living room, or read it on my deck, that is a simple pleasure to me, and that costs nothing because I get my books at the library. Number two, materially enough. Do you have what you truly use and enjoy without excess clutter? Would having more stuff add value to your life or just take up space? And could you let some of the things go and still feel content? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I can do that, because in September I always do the minimalism game. I filled up my trunk probably 3 times last year to go to Goodwill with the stuff that I got rid of during the month of September. I couldn't tell you what any of them were. They're gone. Once they're gone, you forget about them. And I couldn't tell you what any of the stuff was. I couldn't. And I haven't missed it. Believe me, I haven't missed it. Number 3, socially and emotionally enough. Do you have meaningful relationships? Even if they're few, which few is better to me, If you had a lot of friends, it would be really hard to keep up with them. It would be next to impossible. You wouldn't have enough time. And Facebook friends do not count. My Facebook page says I have 500 friends. Do I really know those people? Most of them, I really don't know that well. I really don't. Do you have meaningful relationships, even if they're few? We already talked about that. Are you getting enough love, connection, and companionship? There's a lot of different kinds of love. You know, there's the romantic love. There's the friendship love. There's the parental love. There are lots of different loves that you can feel for a person. And all of them are very, very valuable. I tend to, and not every woman is like this, but there are women that I know that they have been by themselves without a man in their life for years. And I don't tend to be one who can do that. I really, truly enjoy the romantic relationship. I like holding hands. I like having their arm around me, the hugs, the kisses, all those things that come with a romantic relationship. That to me is very important to have in my life. And I have had times where I haven't had that, but it is something that I thoroughly enjoy and I like to have. But yeah, can you enjoy solitude without feeling lonely? In the last video that didn't have any sound, I talked about my friend Rob. When I was a realtor, he was a lender, and I worked with him a lot. And I would recommend my buyers go to him to handle their loan for their house because I could trust him. And he was very, very good at what he did. But basically, he had a wife and a daughter. And I remember him talking about how solitude was so important to him. And until he said that, it was really funny because I always put solitude and loneliness together, like they were synonymous, when really they aren't. Lonely is not a good thing. Solitude is that wonderful alone time where you recharge your batteries, you know, you get that rest, you just take care of yourself, you know, have your tea, have your whatever, and just enjoy life, you know. Solitude's a great thing. And because I live here by myself, I do have plenty of that, and I do enjoy it. I do have to say that then solitude can turn into loneliness. And when I feel lonely, that's when I call a friend. That's when I go do something socially. I know what to do when I am feeling that, and that is what I do. Number 4, and this is our last one, time and energy. Do you have enough time for what truly matters to you? You can work and work and work and work. But if you never have time to enjoy the money that you've made, you know, it's like, well, what good is it? Yeah, you can invest it. You can save it. You know, you can do those things and you can look at your bank balance and be happy about it. But you got to have time and energy to enjoy hobbies, to enjoy pursuits, to enjoy the people in your life. You need to have energy for that. And it's very, very important. Are you balancing work, rest, and play? I think we all need that. We all need to work. If you're an adult, you all need to work. You need rest. And you need to have fun. That's what play is, having fun. And I don't think us as Americans have enough of that. Too many times people have vacation days. They don't take them. They don't go anywhere. They don't do anything. It's important to enjoy your vacation time. Very, very important to do that. Are you overcommitted to things that don't bring you joy or peace? Yeah. There are too many times where I think a lot of us say yes to something when we'd rather say no. And as you get older, it's easier to say, I don't want to do that. Or I know I don't want to do that. There are some people who haven't lived long enough to know that this is a good thing, that this is a bad thing, that this is going to take too much of my time. Sometimes you have to experience those things to find out this isn't for me. Sometimes you might not know that. But when you get older, you've experienced some things and you know. You know, older people know what they want to do and know what they don't want to do. If they get smart enough, they know what they know and they know what they don't know. There's a lot of young people that want to sound like they know something when really they know nothing about it at all. You get older and you learn and you find out, and it's very important. Tom Selleck said that. He said he got to the point to where he knew he was good at knowing what he didn't know. So he didn't try to sound like he did know something he knew nothing about. I remember that, and I never forgot that he said that, because I'm thinking, yeah, plenty of us try to sound like we know what we're talking about. Yeah, a lot of times we don't. But this whole thing of having enough is something that's just been kind of in my heart and in my mind. I've really have been having that realization for myself, and having that quest to know that I have enough. And when you know that you have enough, there is that contentment, there is that fulfillment, and there is that security. And when you have those things, everything else really doesn't matter that much, you know? I think that's where true happiness comes from, is having those things and knowing that you have enough and that enough is enough. There are too many people that are in the house and they're like, oh, I want a bigger house. I want a nicer car. You know, it's like, when is the car you have fine with you? When is the house that you're living in big enough for you and nice enough for you? When is it enough? Here's to having enough and being enough. Yeah. If you have made it this far, it's only 13 minutes. Not bad. That is short for me. But if you could give me a thumbs up, if you could, subscribe, that'd be great. Share the video. But yeah, I am here. I speak my heart. I talk about money. I talk about frugality. I talk about minimalism. I talk about, and then something that just is on my heart, or something that I am struggling with myself. That's part of this too. So I hope that what I've said has helped anybody, and that's really all I am here to do, is to be encouraging, and I'm just happy to be here. So like I always say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Till next time. Bye.